from delivering bone-crushing tackles that sent opponents to jail to fearlessly confronting managers on the field. These footballers have earned their reputation as the scariest in the sport. And at the top of that list stands none other than the Lion himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The imposing Swede strikes fear into the hearts of his adversaries, and the mere thought of facing him in a brawl is enough to make anyone tremble. Zlatan's career is peppered with legendary clashes with rival players, where more often than not, he emerges victorious. He bided his time for 4 long years to exact revenge on Marco Materazzi for a vicious tackle in 2010, finally unleashing his fury with a kick to Materazzi's ribs that landed the Italian in the hospital. Then, in 2017, during his debut season at Manchester United, Zlatan encountered Tyrone Mings, who foolishly attempted to provoke him. Unaware of Zlatan's storied history, Mings quickly learned the consequences as Zlatan swiftly dispatched him with a thunderous elbow, leaving Mings sprawled unconscious on the turf. Zlatan's intimidation factor is so potent that he even instilled fear in his own teammates. In a chilling incident in 2000, he issued a dire threat to Rafael van der Vaart, warning him of dire consequences if accused of intentionally harming him. It's no wonder defenders quake at the mere thought of facing him on the pitch. But amidst all the tales of Zlatan's dominance, there's likely one defender who wouldn't have succumbed easily to his intimidation tactics. This enigmatic figure stands as a testament to the fact that in the world of football, there are always exceptions to the rule. Meet Job Stom, the epitome of intimidation. With a bald head, stone eyes, and a physique that strikes fear, he was a defensive titan. Despite winning the treble with Manchester United in 1999, even Sir Alex Ferguson felt uneasy around him and sold him 2 seasons later. Stom was no nonsense, a walking enigma of intimidation. At AC Milan, he became even scarier, striking terror into opponents' hearts. He wasn't just a defender, he was a force of nature, a legend on the pitch. Rumor has it he even made fun of Zlatan Ibrahimovic once, adding to his mystique Gennaro Gattuso, aka a loco small in stature but a giant on the pitch. He was a baller, no doubt, but his real talent, stirring up trouble faster than you could say red. Card from crunching tackles to squabbles with opposing coaches. Remember Tottenham's Joe Jordan? Gattuso could turn celebrations into brawls in seconds flat. Yet for all his ferocity, he knew when to rein it in. That's Gattuso for you. A maestro of chaos with a knack for keeping it under control. Pepe's mere presence on the football pitch struck fear into opponents' hearts. He was notorious for his intimidating demeanor, so much so that even his own teammates cautioned against riling him up. Throughout his career, he had been involved in numerous altercations, some bordering on the extreme. However, it was in 2009, during a pivotal match for Real Madrid, that Pepe's volatile nature reached its peak. With the team fighting tooth and nail for the league title and only minutes left on the clock, Pepe conceded a penalty. The pressure weighed heavily, and Pepe snapped. In a fit of rage, he targeted Javi Casquero, unleashing his frustrations in a shocking display of aggression. This incident went beyond the boundaries of competitive spirit, revealing a darker side to Pepe's character. It was a moment that tarnished his reputation and left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. Nigel De Jong, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of opponents. He was meant to be a holding midfielder, bridging the defense with the attack, but it seemed like he interpreted attack. Quite literally, whenever he stepped onto the pitch. Known for his fierce tackles, De Jong had a reputation for leaving his mark on opponents. Yet, it was in the 2010 World Cup final that he shocked the world with one of the most frightening moments in football history. With the game already in extra time and players conserving energy, De Jong decided it was the perfect moment for a jaw-dropping move that could have stopped hearts. Just imagine the sheer force of a midfield partnership featuring De Jong. It's like having a force of nature in the heart of your team. A relentless enforcer who strikes fear into every opponent who dares to cross his path. With De Jong on your side, you knew one thing for sure: the opposition would think twice before venturing into your territory. Joey Barton, a name synonymous with chaos both on and off the pitch. To the seasoned fans, Barton needs no introduction. He was more inclined towards stirring up trouble than playing actual football. His rap sheet of alarming incidents is as long as it is infamous. In May 2008, Barton's antics landed him a 6-month jail sentence after a brawl in Liverpool city centre. And just when you thought he'd learned his lesson, days after his release, he found himself on the brink of another stint behind bars. This time it was for assaulting his own teammate, Ousmane Dabo, during training. But these episodes don't even scratch the surface of Barton's frightening repertoire. Picture this: facing off against multiple Manchester City players at once: Vincent Kompany, Mario Balotelli, and Sergio Aguero. It's a scene straight out of a nightmare, orchestrated by none other than Barton himself. If he had pushed a little harder, who knows? Maybe that iconic Aguero moment wouldn't have happened. Joey Barton was a maestro in the dark arts of intimidation, leaving opponents trembling in his wake. Enter Big Dunk, a man who'd do anything to secure victory, even if it meant resorting to unconventional tactics like choking his opponents. Duncan Ferguson was once a revered hold-up striker, but he took the hold-up part a bit too literally. With the joint record for the most red cards in the league, his reputation preceded him.
Don't forget to check over merch and t-shirt design link in bio.
Witnessing him effortlessly execute a choke slam on the pitch was jaw-dropping. And his intimidating presence didn't stop there, he even served jail time during his Everton days. For Ferguson, intimidation wasn't just a tactic, it was a way of life. Oliver Kahn, a goalie so intimidating, he didn't need words to strike fear into his opponents. His mere presence between the posts was enough to make grown men nervous. Despite being one of the greatest goalkeepers in history, it's his intense demeanor and ferocious gaze that truly left a lasting impression on those who faced him. Kahn's reputation as a formidable force in the game was well-deserved, making him a legend both on and off the pitch. Roy Keane, feared by many as one of football's most intimidating figures. Known for his fierce tackles and fiery temper, he's left a trail of legendary clashes in his wake. Remember the infamous tunnel incident of 2004? That was just one example. But Keane's scariest moment? That came in 2001, when he orchestrated a revenge plot against Erling Haaland's father, Alfie. Accused of diving, Keane forced Alfie to retire on the spot, showing no mercy as he took out his kneecap. It's a chilling reminder that even a fierce competitor like Keane could be rattled by something or someone truly terrifying. You've probably seen that face before, the juggernaut from X-Men, Vinnie Jones. But before he conquered Hollywood, Jones was a force to be reckoned with on the football pitch. His infamous tackle on Eric Cantona in 1994 still sends shivers down spines. And then there was the time he took out Roy Keane. Yes, Roy Keane. Even Keane knew better than to mess with Jones. If I ever found myself on the receiving end of a hit like that, the only way I'd let it slide is if I found out the guy who tackled me had subscribed to FC Freak.